ass kicked by Donald Trump, we might as well fight each other too.
Dude, we're
Oh
getting the
man.
short end of the stick. You see, you're getting 50%. Canada's getting 50%
On
rise
our
to
steel
up to
now.
yeah, still. But he also said 12 minutes after. I mean, afterwards, he said all the tariff is going to go away if Canada becomes our 51st state.
Perfect.
Oh, and then we're getting the terrorist title, man. What the hell?
Yeah, man, because you guys are bringing all the drugs in, man, and blaming us.
Well, I cannot discuss about it, but maybe, could be. but also, I mean, let me throw that out there that the border is out of two people, right? It's not only one way in or one way out. Just saying. All right, so let's get started with trading, shall we? So I mean, just for the YouTube members, guys, let me drop in here the code that you need to use. So give me just 1 second for me to go fetch it.
And I'll show you guys
And
what's going on with the markets, baby. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Um, so yeah, we got short this morning. We're overextended right now. We got a V-shaped recovery. We had news this morning. Jolt's job openings. That happened over here, as you can see. Very, very sketchy price action. So when looking at this, right, the important thing to understand is that we are going down. Okay, so we are going down, but we have a little bit of a recovery here, a little dip down and bounce back up, looking to bounce off of this area in here. Okay, as to be expected this morning. We still have some liquidity in the lows in here that we moved up quite aggressively from. So I would say that there's still some liquidity in the lows in here, but a nice move down. After you get such an aggressive move up here where you chop overnight, you tend to want to short this thing down, which we did on the live stream. Okay, so market opens here. Nice and early, we get ready. We got 3 drives of bearish divergence, as you can see up here. Very obvious. Now, you're just waiting for a break of structure. So if you're not aware of what a break of structure looks like, just understand that you're looking for the market to put in a new low, okay? So as you're putting up here, you got higher highs and higher lows all the way up through here. And then you put in this low in here. So you've broken structure to the downside. Now, from this, you can look for a retrace continuation. That's exactly what we looked for. And we managed to get short here. You typically will pull your Fibonacci tool for a retrace. And you can see that we came within our golden pocket 786 area. Easy, easy, lemon squeezy. I teach this all the time of how to trade this. Stop loss above the high and then back down to where the liquidity arises, which would be the previous high of the range, right? Beautifully hit, beautiful target, easy trade taken this morning. Everybody made lots of money. Good fun. It was actually really good fun. Okay, so we made that money there. I managed to take a scalp long here. We came down and we did a perfect, and I mean a perfect VWAP slap. Okay, I call this a VWAP slap, but you can see here, you come down, you slap it. Okay, you give it the good old spankarelli. Okay, as you come down in here, you're just waiting. You're waiting. You got the news, boop, 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 and you're coming down. You're coming down. Everybody's scared. You're scared. I'm waiting. I know VWAP's there. They're scared. They're scared. Oh, slap. Bullish candle. I buy that candle, baby. That's it. You're waiting for slap. Bullish engulfing candle. You buy that candle. You take it back up to at least up in here. Took that trade up here. Made another couple $100. Okay. And that's been my trading morning. It's been a very nice, easy, in my opinion, easy trading day. Okay. In this situation where you get news, this is why you got to be prepared and you got to know what's in front of you. You don't trade this. This is gambling. This is where you can see there's volatility. It's in a absolute 1% choppy. You wait for a move to occur out of that choppy. You make a decision based on that. You come up, you sweep the high, you go back down. Okay, as you go back down, what do you do after that? You come down and you tap into a beautiful, we have the low of this range in here. Okay, so if we're looking at this generally, what you can use is volume for this area. So if We had a golden pocket area that we were interested in here, but for me, when I'm looking at this, I know that we have a thing called the money flow point of control. Okay. And that's going to give me a general area of where the most amount of money, the most amount of volume is traded. Okay. So if I was taking a fixed range volume profile, same kind of deal in here. You can see that this area right in here where we came down and tapped is an area of interest, tapped actually perfectly. So it didn't come to our golden pocket or a fair value gap below us, but did come for this area in here. Now this is an easy. I was actually trying to have a little nap while listening to OC do TA, which is actually really hard, because I was having like a 10-minute nap because I didn't sleep that well last night because I have a newborn child. But I got in like a couple blinks, which is always a bonus as a father. Wait till OC has children. You think when he says he's tired, I tend to giggle.
Yes.
You'll when you have children, you will be like, Alex, you were right. I'm fucked. You think fuck Ethereum. You're gonna say fuck work. I'm too tired.
Man, that's why I'm trying to get retirement first before my firstborn. But I'll see. I don't want to wait that much. I'm talking with MJ. We'll see. First, getting married, getting a child. Maybe we can do a retirement in between. Maybe we'll see.
Yeah.
Oh man.
It's crazy. It's crazy. Like you think you got them going down for like 3, 4, 5 hours, and then all of a sudden, they're getting teeth. Now they're crying again. You know, it's crazy. Anyways, it's beautiful also. So it's a beautiful thing. So now what do we look for? V-shaped recovery. Okay, nice rollover here. You also had an ugly cup and handle. I do not trade cup and handles, but you can see a beautiful little cup and handle here. So you take this rounded, you put this on this thing, and there's your measured move, and that hit as well. Okay, not something I trade, but there's many ways to skin a cat, as they say. But right now, rolling over, looking to continue to roll over, a big V-shaped recovery. I would expect this to chop within here. Okay, we look across the market, pretty flat. Okay, very volatile, but pretty flat. We look at the S&P, very volatile, making a new low, but pretty flat. Okay, continuing to bleed, which leads me to believe that we'd be flat here on Bitcoin. Okay, I'm not in the camp that this is our low. I'm not there. I'm not convinced yet. What do we need to convince me of that? I need to see a higher high put in, most likely above this high in here, 83,000. Okay, I want to see a new high come in. I want to see a reclaim of this general range in here. Okay, getting above the dynamic reactor would be nice, but you can see if we're using our predictive ranges, you can see the range within here. So you can see the purple line here, and you can see the purple line here, right? So that's our range. We are below the range. So we are in discount. Okay, and we would like to get to an equilibrium, meaning getting back within our range. Otherwise, we are rolling over and trying to develop a range down here. 72,000 remains my target for the bottom. I would like to see that. That would be beautiful, in my opinion. A beautiful sweep, 72,000 coming down, scaring everybody one last time, coming in here, giving us some hopium. But really, the hopium is in the fact that we get a higher high and a higher low. Nothing until then, okay? We should be favoring shorts until proven otherwise. You can look at your trend or your market structure assistance here, and we are in this downtrend right now. So there is a hopium in the sense that we are going to get bullish divergence on our daily time frame. Front running the divergences is something you need to learn how to do. Okay. At what point would I short? I'm looking all through it here. So we got 83,000. We got another one at 85,000, and our special one is at 86,250. Okay. Always keep an eye on the pink box. That's the special one. Okay. But right now we have bullish divergence on the daily time frame. You need to learn how to front run these, okay? Because once this line prints, you're late, okay? You're late. No indicator in the planet is going to allow you to see a divergence before your eyeballs, okay? It's just not. Just face it, okay? Just face it. Every indicator is a little bit late, okay? This one's really good, but you need to be able to see this for yourself. Price action is making a lower low, while the oscillator is making a higher low. Okay? You need to be able to see this. That is important. You're going to see it all around the world. Statues crumble for me. Okay? But this is good. This is bullish. Can we bottom out of here? Lots of people are calling this the bottom. I would like to see 3 drives. That would be much prettier, in my opinion, than the higher low, and then off we go, Valhalla. But not until then. I still think we can chop around in here, right? Probably wreck some of these shorts in here, come back into this zone here, and then probably come down for everybody else into Friday. I think we're in for some treats come end of week to early next week. I think we could be in for a little bit of relief. Just a little, the valve. You got to loosen the valve just a little bit so you get the psh, because everybody's head's going to explode right now, the way everybody's feeling, okay? And I get it. But I do believe, we are approaching a bottom within the next couple of weeks. I'm not saying it's happening now. We need confirmation, right? We talked about this yesterday. We want to see the confirmation. If we are coming down on a trend, we want to see a higher high, a higher low, and a continuation of that trend, pushing price out. Okay? I would rather buy here than buy here and have this thing go like this. That's the thinking, okay? Keeping it real. So that's what I'm looking at right now with Bitcoin. Can we go higher? Absolutely. Big rollover yesterday. You guys got the targets. Looking at 86.5. But first and foremost, a couple of stops along the way. Okay, I'll share my charts if you really want them. Are you long?
Yeah, I'm long.
Right now?
Right now.
Oh my God, you're crazy.
About to close it though. I was just messing around with the 1 minute. I need to warm up, brother. I need to warm up. I'm going for the almost champion of the short time frames of trading wars here. It's scary, of course. Oh shit. Let's bring it up. All right, so guys, if you don't know, I'm a 4-hour trader. I'm doing the 1 minute. I would say that is a pretty big gap. All right, so I'm long right here. I was looking at what I was always tell you guys. It's not about the breakout. It's about your retest. And off you go. Also, look at that. We have double signals. We have pump. Where is that pump coming from? That comes from the prophecy on your Oracle Pro Plus. If you don't have the Pro Plus, don't worry. You can always see your pump change right here. And I should be taking profits right now. All right. Let me just finish this up and I'll take profits in a second. Oh, wait.
Gonna dump on your head.
I know. That's what I want to take profits. Wait. Ah, shit. What is it? Got it. All right. At least moving my stop to entry. All right. Wait. All right, let me show it here. All right, stop to entry. Let's just let it run. Whatever. Stop to entry already. Let's just let it run. All right. Then I want to see a little bit more of a flipping here. Seems like we're gonna be weak flipping there. So, but what is that? Basically something like that. And why is this? Because we have a double top area. We are also something that I'm looking at is that we could be forming here a bull flagging here. There you go. It's dumping. All right, whatever. At this point, what else was I looking for? Remember our buy signal. Let me see if I can show it to you. There we go on the prophecy. Let's just turn off the prophecy for a second. We should be having a buy signal right here, which is a trend confirmation. Let's just wait for that little eye to stop moving. Come on, trading view. By the way, today we had a new bug out of TradingView. I'll show you in case it happens to you. So you just need to shut down your computer and turn it back on. So we have a buy signal. As always, as I always tell you, we don't buy at the buy signal. Why? Because the buy signal is showing you the trend by entry. But for a better price action, well, then you wait for the breakout or the buy here and you go for the retracement. That's where you enter with a shorter stop loss. At this point, we're going to be leaving it take on whatever it needs to do. Prophecy is back on. And that's what I'm trading at this moment. Seems like maybe I might be running out with a little bit of cash in my pocket here. Till where? Well, then, to be honest, I did not measure it. And that is a mistake. So when you enter a trade, the first thing you need to know is where's going to be your stop loss. The second thing you need to know is where you're going to be taking profits. If not, it's going to happen like it's happening right now. Right? Remember, I told you guys, I should be taking profits. I should be taking profits here. And I did not take profits. Well, then I did just have it move my stop to entry, right? Well, then what happens if it goes back down? I missed on taking profits, all right? I still think that it's going to do one more movement to the upside. I think I can get it. I'm just messing around right now. But we'll see basically how to take your profits. Well, then that's when you start using your indicators. Like, for example, as you can see, I'm just going through them. I'm not even trying hard to make any analysis, right? You'll see how it all reveals itself, right? So basically right here, you'll see that we have money flow POC for TP number 1. Then we have two things in here for TP number 2, right? TP number 1, TP number 2, and then your Hail Mary or TP number 3 trailing movement to the upside. What could happen here? Maybe I can go right to my entry point. Look at that. We're losing my oscillator, and I was about to tell you it's time for me to close that entry. So let's just let it. We're in a class. Let's just let it close that position. And what we're going to be looking for, the flip of the ribbon once again like this, but somewhere around this area where we can bounce off again the dynamic reactor as we did in here. We need to be a little bit cautious there because our 5 minutes is not looking that good. There we go. And also, this could be looking like a Wyckoff range, right? Alex of Crypto just talked about it, right? And I mean, what he was talking about is a possible range at these areas. So it seems like we're going to be having that little range there. So we'll have to see. We'll have to see. At this point, let's go back to the 1 minute. So we have TP1, TP2, and TP3. The next thing is setting up your alerts. So alert number 1, alert number 2, and alert number 3. We're looking for a possible, where is it? There we go. A possible scenario where at the best case scenario, we do a 1.87%. I have Wyckoff 0.4. Oh, yes. Wanna see? All right, so we're almost about to TP number 1. All right, so once again, second chance. So thank you, market. We're up there with that. So I'm going to be taking some profits right now. Give me guys 1 second. I need to bring up some stuff in here. And all right, I have, oh, perfect. All right. Well then. Oh, good. All right, perfect. Taking 50% out and leaving the rest to trail to the upside. Seems like we have a successful break out of that bull flag in here, and we're going up in there. So if you did not jump in as or with me, do not follow along. Something important that I need to tell you guys, it is that the 1 minute is too fast for me. I just don't feel comfortable trading the 1 minute. I'm trying, right? And you've seen this, that I've been pushing with Alex on Crypto there, learning his style to also diversify my style, right? At the end of it all, it's a little bit of the same, or it's pretty much the same process, different explanations or different points of influx, right? But overall, the same market structure. What is important, it is for me, deciding, because I'm used to waiting, seeing it coming to my way, and then do other stuff and checking back, right, with an alert on the 4 hours. When I have 4 hours per candle, what I usually trade. 4 hours per candle to 1 minute per candle, that is a big change, right? So sometimes for my when I'm trading the 1 minute or the 5 minutes, it reflects on late entries, right? On trades not being taken. And what I never, by the way, what I never do is do not use a stop loss. I always use a stop loss, all right? Just making sure that we understand that, especially because I'm getting used to the fast pace of the 1 minute into the 5 minutes, all right? So just wanted to let you know, guys, a couple of things that I'm also practicing and learning alongside with you guys, lower time frames from the 4-hour time frame. So we'll have to see. By the way, going to the 4-hour here, we had, let's go and let's see where we dipped. Let's go to my previous analysis in here. All right. And you see that we were marking this area of entry. And also we had a little bit of another area right down here. Let it load. And maybe I have it on this chart. Or on this chart, we'll see. Oh, there it is. And this was my other area of possible entry. As you can see, both of them were taken. I was expecting to start looking for that double bottom right here. It seems like we are having it. I believe that we're going to be doing a little bit of a double bottom here, something like that, before we start going up. And why is that? Look at the amount of volatility that we have right here. All right, and this is 4-hour volatility. Pump and dump, all right? And pump again and dump again, all right? That is not good. I mean, in fact, I'm not counting these highs in here as one high. I'm counting it as, let me show you, one single movement. I know it moved several times. Oh, not that one. Where are you? There we go. So this is for me the movement that I am expecting, all right? That doesn't mean that we're not gonna have this kind of like volatility right here, right? So talking about that volatility, we could be looking once again this kind of like retracements back to entry points at 77, 76, 900 ish, right? So what would that help you with lower time frames? Well, then with lower time frames, be aware of that volatility, use a stop loss. Set alerts on trend lines. By the way, that is very useful. Like, let's see, where am I on the 1 minute? Let's go to 1 minute. And right here, what I'm seeing is that I was breaking this trend line. So what you can do is set up a alert on that one. Or, for example, right now, you can set up a line in here. And if we lose that line, basically, we are losing the structure in here. And most likely, we're going to be going downwards. So just right-click, add an alert, and name that alert. Maybe Bitcoin close or whatever you want to do, right? Maybe open up a short, so on and so forth, right? Also, remember that when we are bullish, we want to start seeing higher lows and higher highs. If we fail to create a higher high here, we most likely are creating a new micro trend, which is making lower highs. And then what we could be expecting will be a lower low. So whatever you get based on market structure, that's what we're going to be trading. All right. So just a little bit of, I'm just thinking out loud here. Remember, master of lower time frames, it is Alexa Crypto, and I am more into the 4-hour time frames and macro trends for what it's worth. So other than that, pretty successful trade so far. We'll see how it runs. We already are taking TP number 1, and I have not yet taken TP number 2. Still a little bit far away from TP number 2. But I think we're going to get it. We'll see. Already nothing to lose. Have taken some profits. And everything that it's coming, it will be basically just profits. So other than that, oh, you wanted me to take a look at OM, right? So OM. Looking at OM.
And the Wyckoff. I shared Wyckoff with you.
Oh, let's
look at that. I told you, Wyckoff porn, man.
Oh, yes. Let me bring it up so everybody can see it. Or do you want to present it? I think you should, man.
I think you're the Wyckoff master, man. I just saw it and I thought of you.
Okay. Thank you, my friend. Absolutely. Let me bring it up so everybody can see it here. Let's open link. There we go. So Alex Crypto dropping alpha here. So this is something of a Wake-up top. If you don't know, well then distribution accumulation phases are our tops and bottoms. You only are for sure with them when we start breaking down. All right. So this, despite this is a market, shows a market top, this could also change. Just be aware of that on Wyckoff. That is why, let me show it here. If I go to Pico, there, have my Wyckoff thing here. All right. This is why, oh, so sorry about that. There we go. This is what this is an advanced technique. Why? Because depending on almost an infinite amount of cycles of Wyckoff, you'll get the result. But the important part, I would say, just trade the inside and trade the breakouts, all right? Just like we learned on my favorite Wyckoff scheme, which is accumulation scheme, where we have this is exactly what I was talking about yesterday. Remember, Alex? I believe a lucky deal. You had a question whether we are bullish or bearish, right? And I told you I bet my career that we're gonna be into a range, and I was thinking on this part. So this is what I'm expecting to have, a Wyckoff within a Wyckoff, if that makes sense. So the point in here, and let's go back to the image, is that if we invert this, right? And I want to show you the inner range, the outer range, and the breakout. If we invert this, like we just flip it, right? So the bottom, the spring is at the top. We'll see, look at that. Maybe this is the spring, you see? And we have the same pattern. So coming up, right? Or in that case, coming down, V-shaped recovery, net high, not being higher than the previous range. Then we trade the inside in here and we wait for the spring. Look at that. We have also the outer range where we trade, right? And we have the inner range where we start taking profits, all right? So you enter on these lines, you take profits on these other lines for the opposite trade. So far, right, we are right here. If we reject out of this area, which I believe we're looking at, there we go.
But that's the top there, right?
Yeah, that's the
So that's
top.
more on like a higher term time frame. So that's like we should be in phase E now, breaking down, right?
Yes, exactly. So basically, this high or this confirmation will be, my bad. Yeah, phase E or LPSY, we want the breakout confirmation. So basically, this one here and going for an up confirmation right down here. It's just a little bit more pronounced what we got right now. But there's one way out, which will be adding this. Let me just copy the image and then putting it right there. So basically, this is what I'm. Can I send it all the way down or back? Or we'll send backwards. Perfect. So I believe that we could also be doing something like that at this point. Let's see. There we go. The important part in here, it is that we need to either reject out of this area, which was what I was talking about yesterday. And after the rejection, this is going to be short for sure. And then whatever happens right here, it's going to be defining whether we are on a possible reversal or, as Alex mentioned here, on a further continuation. Because we already have confirmed or almost confirmed this pattern. But as you see, phase E shows a line to the downside, but how far to the downside are we going? We still don't know, right? So let me just copy this, paste it, or where is my, there we go. There we go, and can I send this again to the background? Order, send to background. Oh man. There we go. So I think that would be it, I guess.
That makes sense, yeah.
Yeah. So
High cough.
Exactly. So Wyckoff is a little bit complicated. Just so we have a cleaner version of this, let me just grab this, putting it here, and then removing this one here, and pushing it here. There we go. So we can match, and let me, yeah, so we can match basically this low or this area right here to the support that we could be having right down below, right there, right? So as you can see, maybe just a tiny bit upwards. There we go, something like that. So there could be a little bit of a redemption here, Wyckoff within a Wyckoff area, right? We don't know how far we're gonna be going, but if we bounce out of this node, I think we could be having a secondary Wyckoff. If we lose this area right here, I think now we're gonna be looking for the next area below, and then we're gonna be seeing this Wyckoff. And at that point, I was saying, you know what, we are confirming the bear market right there. But so far, guys, I think this is spot on. We need to be very careful with taking trades at this point. Remember to follow up your local trend and set stop losses. But man, that was a very genius chart. Thank you so much, my friend. Love it.
No worries. Did you see that I went short?
Did you went short? Oh, don't tell us, see, man. Oh, where's my? Let me check out my trade, man.
I'm kidding.
Shit.
I did like a $40 trade just to troll you.
Oh,
Trick you.
man, you caught me.
I don't know. You got
Dude.
a double top right now. You got a double top right now. You're coming down, bro. You're coming
Oh,
down to
yes.
retest 80,400.
Let me close that. Let me close that one.
You're gonna be mad if it goes the other way.
I don't care, man. I already have taken profits. That's what I learned
pay
in the
yourself.
short time frames. What is it? Oh yeah.
That's
Absolutely.
you gotta. That's it. You have to be cheap, and you have to cut your losses quick, and you have to pay yourself. Like at the end of the day, I have targets, I have key areas, right? All that stuff, but it doesn't matter if that's. You have to have. Obviously, you want to have a good R multiple, meaning you want to have a good risk to reward, right? You want to be risking $300 to make $900. How I put it, right? However, if I'm cutting trades fast and mitigating my risk, that $300 can be $100. That can be $100 to make $300. So that R multiple will vary depending on price action if you're a short-term time frame trader, right? So if you're trading and you're scalping, you need to have intention behind what you're trying to do. That's going to be critical. A lot of people, they want to be scalpers because they want to be in a trade all the time. The best way to be a scalper is to not be in a trade and to be picky. Okay, that's gonna separate you from everybody else, because everybody else, they see green candle, they press buy, right? It's like the raven. They see something shiny, like ooh, and they're impulsive, right? They want to buy it, right? They don't understand where they're at, right? And I think I was talking about this on my live stream, how it's a privilege to be able to zoom in. Okay. If you want to zoom in on a 3 minute, 1 minute time frame, like go see here, he went long, valid long. We have a downtrend in here. We got a bull flag, a breakout. His intention, I'm not sure. Maybe it was to take it to these highs, right? I see a double top here, easy short, come back down, fair value gap down here, target 1, right? Target 2. Does that mean I'm hitting those targets perfectly? No. What if we get some sort of sign here where the price is getting bought up or volume comes in, and you can see that, right? So right now it is rolling over, but it's like intention, right? Like when I took the trade this morning, good close, OC. When I took the trade this morning, I had confirmation of this, and yeah, I could have held this short. I took this short to troll OC. Okay, it was for fun. But I saw, you see double top, you see overextension. You guys
Yes.
can all see it, right? So you got to make a judgment decision on, is it worth risking? There's my $40 I made trolling OC, just so you guys know that I did take the trade. But you you could see that, okay, is this an area that I want to buy on a short time frame? Probably not, unless you have the intention of a bull flag breakout. When is that bull flag breakout invalidated? Well, if you don't get your perfect retest, right? So I think OC was on the 1 minute here. And you got your bull flag in here, right? You have your breakout, retest, continuation. Maybe your intention on the short-term time frame is to take it up to the high. That would be a target 1, right? This is your trade. You get in here, you're cheap, right? You're cheap. You don't have to put your stop loss below the low here. That's not risk management. You're wrong if it goes below here. Your target is up here. That is a good R multiple, right? Maybe you've hit take profit 1 like OC, stop loss to entry now. Happy days. You got stopped out, you made money. Okay? But intention, right? Intention's so important, right? Same with this trade this morning, right? We had a beautiful trade this morning. I mean, zero drawdown, like a perfect trade, right? Stop loss above here, targeting the previous high right here. That was the buy level, right? But the intention was, I wanted to get into this position. This is a 0.5% stop loss. So I'm not going full position size because typically I risk 0.3, but I want to put my stop loss above this high. So I have to go half a position size. I have a nice target of a 1% move. I have take profit levels on the way down. Okay, so I hit TP1 to guarantee some, hit TP2, and then I hit TP3. Okay, and that's a perfect trade. But managing my risk before the trade, understanding where I'm wrong. If we close above this high, I'm wrong, right? Understanding targets on the way down, right? Understanding that if we zoom out, we're overextended. There's liquidity below us. So I'm looking to take this trade into the liquidity below us, right? I understand that we have broken structure here and we are trying to put in a higher low for a continuation trade right now. Okay, bullish divergence typically returns to where the bull div started, right? You got your beautiful balloon dog forming in here now, right? There's your balloon dog. It's got a really long neck. Okay, maybe it's a giraffe, whatever you're into. Okay. But intention, right? Look at how small this is on a 15-minute time frame as well, right? So you got to ask yourself, what are you looking for? Even in my Discord, we were looking for a push, a retracement, and a continuation. That's what we were looking for this morning. That was the idea. Very simple idea. How can you participate in this area to make money? You got to ask yourself that, right? And that's what you do, right? And I can, it's very basic. It's very basic, but I can share with you guys always what I'm, my thought pattern, right? So I share you this morning. I shared my thought pattern this morning. Okay, we look at this price action here, right? And I said, hey, here, right? A small bounce, right? Which is what we got, right? The fear is real. Major supports at 72K, so I'm still bearish, right? However, we could easily see a rally up into that pink box that I just shared with you guys here, 86,000, right? I would like to see some relief after that dump yesterday. Initially, we were a bit overextended. So a retrace to higher low coming around 79,000 would be best for price action. There's your higher low right here. Okay, so that's the plan. Before we even start trading this morning, right? Guess where we came? This was the drawing. Right? So that's the idea. It's so simple. But we take our general idea and then we try to trade it, right? That's why we go big and then we zoom in so that we can be intentional with our trading. I understand that there's liquidity here. I understand there's a golden pocket here. There's a point of control. There's order blocks. There's, you name it, you can find it. If you want to justify a trade, turn on everything. Okay? But you have to be able to oh my God, it's red and it's Bollinger Band and it's green band and it's not going to help you trading, right? Okay. What's going to help you is understanding where are we, how we're going to get there, and using these tools to make you better, right? To have better entries, to have better risk management, better take profits, better all of that. And these are going to help you. Look at the Bollinger Band bounce here off of the point of control, right? Overextended on the quantum bands here. Look, we're getting into resistance now on the quantum bands here. I should expect a retracement, maybe continuation here, right? It's using your tools to trade the big narrative, right? And that's going to allow you to come big to small and enter precisely, right? You're going from using an Elon Musk chainsaw to using a scalpel, right? To using a little scalpel in here, okay? And that's what we want to do.
Do you
82.7, how did you get that?
Exactly.
Sorry?
No. So I was just wanting to make you aware that you have that question.
Yeah, so 82.7, how do we get that? 1 hour time frame, big ass fucking order block. Liquidity,
nice.
order block. I knew it was coming, right? Boom. Now, if you see how my box is higher, well, we zoom in a bit more. We get the scalpel out, right? We zoom in a bit more. We go on our 30-minute. Well, maybe I don't want to be trying to trade a box that's this friggin' big. It's kind of a big area, right? So I go on my 30-minute and I'll pop on my blocks from there. If it wants to turn on here. Hello. I believe there's this should be one right here. Yeah, there you go. So this narrows down my box, makes it a little bit more precise, right? Rather than having a giant one, I would prefer a smaller one because I trade smaller term time frames. Okay? I still understand there's a big box here, but I'm more interested in this and the liquidity in the highs here. Okay? So that's how I got that box. You got boxes all the way up throughout this thing here. Got a box in here. Look, that's marked out, right? You got a box up here. That's marked out. Liquidity zone in here. These are also in line with other things like Fibonacci levels. Okay, if we zoom out in here, right? We go from swing high to swing low. Well, guess where our major Fibonacci level is now? Swing high to swing low. Oops, wrong tool. Wrong tool.
Shut,
Swing high
man.
to swing low.
We're going to TP number 2.
Are we bouncing?
Yeah. Oh,
Well, you made
well,
a
whatever.
higher low, right? So
Yeah, we may
you
have
made
that.
a higher low.
Yeah.
You got
But
a double
preparing
top
to for
coming
that
right
shirt.
now.
Nice.
Right?
Yeah, absolutely. I just wanted to share my FOMO, man.
You should have re-entered.
No, not yet. I mean, I did not feel comfortable doing that. Yeah, too much for me. I need to space them out.
Look at this
I'm just
fucking
not-
candle on that 4 hour. Oh man.
shit. Yeah,
Pin bar.
looking nice. Oh,
We're going to
nice
Valhalla
TP number
now.
2.
Oh, see, you're gonna really feel the FOMO. FOMO.
You're
Here,
not helping,
let's do it.
brother.
Let's do it. Let's put
By the
box,
top, by the top.
everybody. Here's the famous box, everybody.
There we go.
Oh, see,
That's
FOMO.
it.
By the top, baby. Here's the famous box.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Not jumping in. Look at that candle on the 1 minute. It's giving it all the way. Yeah, man. Oh, guys, I cannot stress enough the importance of my risk management. I'm a very sentimental trader, and despite I do make mistakes on buying tops because of my FOMO, and that's something that I just keep fighting against, right? The way that I just counteract that is by having a plan B, or how to get out of a bad position, right? So just so you know, that's why we come out to buy the tops and still make a profit of it. It's not that I actually make a profit on buy the top. It's that sometimes I sleep and I do not follow my own setup. I buy the top, right? And it reverses on me, but I have a set of steps. Maybe half an entry up there, half an entry on the big support, on the retracement, I average down, and then get back or get out with a little bit of profits out of that bad position. But still, Man, it just still keeps going up. Maybe I should have FOMO in there. So,
You can tell he's really feeling the FOMO now.
oh yes, I am. Arash, I think that you got a question that I would like to address. So you said I've seen you ask 2 or 3 times in a row, and I think I can. And please correct me if I'm wrong, right? But I'm trying to give you as much insight as I can, trying to read between lines on your questions, right? You mentioned you have a big red box 32. How do I get that? Confluence. So we could short there at 82,700. And I think that was the second or third time that you asked for the short, right? On a specific area. The point in here, I believe that is you are looking to take a trade right away, right? Or with somebody else's analysis. That might be because you might not be feeling confident on your own analysis. Let me show you, or let me address into how to take that those trades, right? And Alex, I'll throw it back at you, so you can also add to it or subtract to it, right? Because we all have different styles, right? But the point is, like for example, always go to a higher time frame. Let me show you that you don't really look at me going to a higher time frame because I have automated that. Let me show you how do I automate that. So for me, higher time frames are on my tools. Like for example, where is it? Where are my support and resistances? Oh, this is local. I think should be. Oh, come on. Let me see. Let me just turn them on. There we go. So this is the local support and resistance. All right. So basically what's happening right at my point. So what I do is look at that. I have another support confluence zone at this box, right? So this is going to be my possible entry, right? Box. So let's just turn it off. And then when the price gets here, what is next? I'm going to be looking at my oscillator, right? I'm going to be looking at reversal signals. Another important thing, always it's important, I cannot stress this enough, use trend lines. Trend lines are going to be key for your taking profits and confirmations, all right? Sorry, for your entries and confirmations. So what I want to see is almost flip of the ribbon on in big areas of entry. So I already have defined my boxes. So am I going to be blindly jumping in? No. But I already know where I'm going to be looking to jump in, right? So maybe I have a box there. Maybe look at this kind of thing. So maybe I have another box in here. And look at that. Maybe I have a V-shaped recovery. So I have another box in here. So how or where do I decide in which box am I going to be jumping in? For my perspective, I'm going to be looking at market structure here. So let me clear this up so we are not making a mess out of this.
I've got to teach in another community. So.
Oh, so sorry, my friend. All right, guys,
No
I'm gonna follow up this. Alex, thank you so much for joining, and I guess I'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah, I'll be here tomorrow. I just I have another work to do. So
Absolutely.
thank you guys so much, and I will see you guys tomorrow. And OC can finish or whatever you want to do, man. Maybe you need some sleep too. I think you need some sleep.
Oh, maybe.
No FOMOing at the top. Be safe. It's very volatile. Thank you, everybody, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Take care.
Thank you for that, Alex. All right, so let's follow up in here. So basically, in which boxes you're going to decide to jump in? You're going to be jumping in on market structure. For example, what is my current market structure? At this point, I'm in a range, right? Where is my top of my range? Where is the inside of my range? This is it, right? So what am I going to be jumping in on my boxes when I am in the range area with, look at that, maybe going for a support on an FOR flip of the ribbon, right? You need to forward your analysis here, and you're not going to make it every single time. That's why you have to use a stop loss, all right? So that's why we use those stop loss, taking profits, pay yourself early, and then try to trail it up or down. See, I just joined it a few days ago. It's group and it helps. Thank you, my friend. Thank you. So let's also talk about my higher time frames, because I did told you that I forerun those higher time frames. I don't remember where I set them up. I mean, I just have too many things going on here, but they should be somewhere around here. This is not, sorry, have me some patience today. I'm a little off-putting here, local mode. Why am I not having my support and resistances? Did I turn, oh, here we go. All right, in this layer, right? In this layer, you'll see that I have 12 hours and I'm right now in the 1 minute, right? I usually trade a 4 hours. That's why I'm using the next higher time frame, right? You'll see that Alex trades 1, 3, and 5 minutes, and then he jumps all the way to 30 minutes and 1 hour. You see how he's using higher time frames to define big boxes of reversals? So I'm using the same on the 4 hours, and I'm using 12-hour and daily to set up those support and resistances for me to have those big areas of support of entry, right? So going back to the 1 minute, I can turn on whatever here, right, and see what's my support and resistance locally, and then turn on the other one, which is not going to appear anything here because they're just too spread out, and take a look at my daily support and resistance. So when I have it, I know the software is doing the higher time frame analysis for me, and I'm just not worrying to myself to do so, or if that makes sense. So that's how you define your entry or your higher time frame analysis, right? And then you take your decision for front running, and you see how at this point we front run the flip of the Raven, right? Why? Because we are also bullish here, because also we have a higher consolidation score, and because we were very close on our entry point. Did we enter on this area right here? No, because why not? Because the actual price did not went to my entry point. So that was so sorry, we need to let it go. Which one was an entry? Right here. Which one was an entry? Right there. Right, you see it? So basically, that's why we have mantras in the class, right? So it's not about the breakout, it's about your retest. We have the breakout, we're waiting for the retest. Your entry at that retest factor, front running the flip of the Raven. Does that make sense, Rash? Let me know. CryptoPollo, are you still off? I can do it right now. I just wanted to finish up this idea. Let me know, brother. All right. So perfect. Other than that, guys, it's time for me to go. As you know, I have other things to do. Guys, we're going to be setting the accounts up. So if you want to trade alongside us and be part of this competition, claim your $30. Trade with those $30. As you want to put on a little bit more, be my guest. Remember, the most important part is that you feel comfortable on the contest, right? And that do not risk more that you're not willing to lose. But the point is to make a buck out of this train competition, right? And end up successfully pulling money out of the market. So other than that, guys, thank you so much. And as always, see you guys tomorrow.